guys, so I just filmed this holiday glam look for you. It's a pretty traditional warm toned glam look, but I'm using some new products that I've gotten recently, including one of the new Pat McGrath Metamorphosis shades. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I've already done my foundation and brows in this look, but you can go check out my brow routine, which I just uploaded. But I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette today, and I'm starting out with the shade Burnt Orange Matte on a Smith Cosmetics 232 blending brush, and I'm just working that through my entire crease and a little bit on the outer corner. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Realgar, and I'm using this to create some depth because it's a little bit darker than Burnt Orange Matte, and I'm just using this on the same brush, but just not taking it as high as I did with the first color. The next shadow I'm using is Melt Cosmetics Lovesick eyeshadow, and I'm using that on a Smith Cosmetics 247 brush, which is just a little bit of a smaller blending brush, so I'm going to be really focusing this in my crease to create even more depth. Next, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer Pot in the shade 0.5, and I'm just going to be using this to carve out my lid. So I'm basically starting this on my inner corner and then taking it about halfway out, and then I'm just using my finger to blend it into the eyeshadow. Then I'm just going to be setting that into place with Tempura eyeshadow, also from the Modern Renaissance palette. And this is basically just going to be so it doesn't mix with the eyeshadow and eyeshadow base I'm using next. Next, I'm using this super pretty eyeshadow from Pat McGrath, and this is in the shade Bronze, and I'm using the Too Faced Glitter Glue as a base. So I definitely find that these eyeshadows apply better with your finger, but just to get a little bit more of a precise application around my crease area, I'm using this Smith Cosmetics brush, and also just using whatever's left on the brush to fade it into the eyeshadow. And then I'm just pressing more on with my finger. For the lower lash line, I'm going to be using this really cool shaped Smith Cosmetics brush. I'll have the number in the description below because I can't remember it right now. But this thing does a lower lash line in like 2.5 seconds, so it's pretty cool. And I'm just using the same two colors that I did in my crease, so Burnt Orange Matte and Realgar. Next, for my highlighter, I'm using the Smith Cosmetics 112 brush and the two lightest shades in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit, and I'm just using that to highlight my face. For my blush, I'm using this blush from NYX called Amber, and it's been my absolute favorite lately just because it goes with every look that I do. And I'm using this on a Smith Cosmetics 118 brush. To line my lips, I'm going to be using this high precision lip pencil from Makeup Forever in the shade Red. And the lipstick that I'm going to be using today is Sugarpill's Nurse lipstick, and I love the formula of their new lipsticks. They have like a really nice matte formula that isn't too drying or pulling on the lips, like it applies really nicely. And then I'm using this Smith Cosmetics 304 lip brush just to smooth out the edges of my lipstick. So that is the completed look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you do recreate this, definitely tag me on Instagram so I can see, and I hope you guys have a great day.